Hello Spirit Squad, this is Pixie from Pixie Moons. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Pixie. I am a creative witch, an energy worker, an empath, and I created this safe space for us to discuss spirituality, art and magic, amongst other things, and bring you guys positive, uplifting messages. So if all of those good things call out to you, by all means, join the Spirit Squad today by subscribing and make sure you ring my bell so you stay updated and you get notified every time I upload, and I upload at least once a week, so do not miss out. And if you are a returning member of the Spirit Squad, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. So I am coming at you with a video on the full moon we're going to experience on the 5th of June, full moon in Sagittarius, as well as a lunar eclipse, yes. So we're going to start with the sign of Sagittarius. What is it about? Then I'm going to move on to the overview of the personality of Sagittarius, the focus that this full moon is going to bring, a short full moon ritual that you can do pretty much anywhere. I'm going to talk about crystals and herbs you can use if you are so inclined, of course. Then end with an affirmation and end with a pick a pack. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what is Sagittarius? Well, Sagittarius is a fire sign. It is mutable, which means flexible, adaptable. It is active or masculine or young, which are the characteristics of all fire signs and all air signs. Sagittarius season runs from the 22nd of November until the 21st of December. Sagittarius is represented by the Archer. Sagittarius rules the 9th house of spirituality, higher learning, travels, culture. It is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, as we all say. We say that all the time. Associated deities are, of course, Jupiter, Zeus, the Greek equivalent of Jupiter, and Chiron, the centaur, the wounded healer. In the Tarot, Sagittarius is represented by the wheel. Sagittarius also rules the hips and thighs and is associated to Archangel Raphael. An overview of the personality of Sagittarius. Sagittariuses are very optimistic, enthusiastic, and positive people. They are always on the lookout for an adventure. They always try to look at the bright side of things. They have a thirst for learning new things, whether it is culturally, spiritually, intellectually. They are very friendly, funny, and magnetic, like all the fire signs pretty much. And they love, absolutely love, freedom. Freedom is probably the most important thing for Sagittarius. The shadow side of that is that they can be a little bit too funny, like everything is a joke to you, right? A little bit too blunt. Sagittariuses have barely any filter. They will tell you what they think. And they can also be stubborn and dogmatic. Famous Sagittariuses include Billy, Jimmy, Sammy, and of course, the winner of season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race, Sharon motherfucking Needles. So what's happening during this full moon? This full moon will occur with the sun in Gemini and the moon sitting opposite to the sun 180 degrees, sitting in Sagittarius in the polarity of Gemini. Full moons are the times to check with yourself if you have achieved those goals that you set out for yourself during the new moon 2 weeks prior, and also the long-term goals that you set 6 months prior during the new moon in that sign. So in this case, the new moon in Sagittarius. And it is the time to harvest those seeds and to reap the benefits of those intentions and goals. Like I said, I will quickly mention the fact that this is going to be a lunar eclipse, so that the Earth is gonna pretty much stand in between the moon and the sun, covering the light of the sun away from the moon. Eclipses are always a time of very powerful energy. You might feel its effects about a week prior and a week later, week after it has happened. Just remember to be gentle with yourself, stay hydrated, rest if you need to rest. The ritual I have for this full moon in Sagittarius is pretty easy, like all my other rituals, I think. This prompt you can work on or answer in any way you see fit. There is no correct way of doing it. It is whatever feels right for you. So, of course, as usual, I recommend to ground yourself, meditate for a few minutes, cast a circle if you're called to, light a candle, light up some incense, light a joint. I don't know what you do. I don't know what your practice is. Make sure you will not be disturbed for a certain amount of time, so you can give your imagination and your creativity full reign. You can work on this with a collage, with a poem, with a video, even if it's a video that you only record for yourself to watch at a later date. You can record your voice, you can paint, you can draw, you can do automatic writing, you can create a vision board, you can do wood burning, anything that comes to mind, anything that calls to you. Because Sagittarius rules travel and spirituality. My three questions are: if you could travel anywhere, if time and money were not an issue, where would you go and why? And what spiritual places would you like to visit while you're there? What do you think is going to feed your soul, basically, in that particular place? A quick word to talk about the Patreon version of this video, which is chock-a-block with information. I am not kidding. I usually create about 5 PDFs for each moon magic video I make. For this particular video, I created 7 sheets, worksheets, attachments to help you guys navigate the month of June, which is going to be very busy. What can you find in those attachments? You have full moon in Sagittarius prompts for your journal or just to work on casually. We have a closer look at Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius. We have a full moon in Sagittarius 3-card spread. So it can be tarot, it can be oracle, it can be anything. We have a look at Mercury retrograde, because that's gonna happen pretty soon. We talk about lunar and solar eclipses, since that's what we're going to have this month of June and later on in the year as well. We talk about all the celestial events taking place during this month of June. Like I said, it's going to be busy. It might get really heavy. So I created a calendar and a PDF to explain roughly what each celestial movement is bringing into our lives. So if you are interested, by all means, join us on Patreon. Join the Star Sprinkles tier, because that's where all the tea is about those moon magic videos. So make sure you do not miss out, and we will be very happy to welcome you there. Quickly, crystals and plants you can use for this full moon in Sagittarius. Crystals associated with Sagittarius are lapis lazuli, turquoise, sodalite. We also have black obsidian, as well as blue topaz, labradorite, peridot, and the herbs we can use in a spell, in a brew, are sage, saffron, and the eternal basil. The affirmation we can work for this full moon. Let's have a look. Well, okay. So the affirmation that we have for this full moon in Sagittarius is, I allow myself to fully feel my emotions, whatever they may be. Which is a very good piece of advice. Thank you, Spirit. It is going to be an emotional time for some of us, maybe most of us. So yeah, like I said, give yourself time to rest. Feel the sensations in your body. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. If you are watching this on YouTube, this is time for the pick a pack, pick a deck. So we have, as usual, the Oracle, the Loteria, and the Calavera. Pick a deck in your mind, Egyptian Oracle, Loteria, or Calavera, and I will see you at your deck selection. I will provide timestamps, of course, as usual. And let's get started. If you have picked the Egyptian Oracle deck, this is going to be your reading, the message for this full moon. It's Sagittarius. Let me start again. Alright. Shuffling on camera for you guys. What does this full moon have in... No, that's it. That's it. Sorry about the cuts, everybody's noisy. You have one card, and what a card it is. The Sphinx. So to me, this is the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius. In the Wheel of Fortune, you can also see the Sphinx and the 4 stable signs, which are Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Back of the deck energy is 6 bastard. 6 in the tarot is the Lovers, which is Gemini, which is the polarity of Sagittarius. Mind blown. We said this full moon is going to bring about changes, especially as it is a lunar eclipse. Changes in the way you see things, in the way you express yourself. It is about the way you see things and about expecting the unexpected. I'm hearing. Be ready, be prepared, and be unafraid. Do not be worried, because you will be supported through those changes by your spirit squad, by spirit, by the universe. We don't know what tomorrow is going to be made of, but we do know that we can control our reaction to events. And this is what this full moon is asking us to do, using the energy of the 4 fixed signs to remain grounded and stable in ourselves. Unshakable. Unshakable. You see all the spirals going on. It looks a bit chaotic, but we are grounded. But if need be, we are ready to pounce and fly. We are free. We are free. We have the 4 stable, the 4 fixed signs and the 4 fixed truths. So we have to dare, to know, to will, and to keep silent. What do they all mean? To know is about knowing thyself, knowing oneself, knowing your boundaries, knowing what you're good at. To will is to manifest, to think about what you desire and make it a reality. To dare is basically not to give a fuck about anything. And to remain silent is the prerogative that you don't have to tell anybody about what you're trying to manifest, what you're doing, who you are. You don't have to justify yourself. You do not have to tell a single soul. It's between you and the universe. So if you picked the Egyptian Oracle deck, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know in the comments below. I would like to take the time to thank Spirit and my guides for bringing forth such a beautiful message for us today. And remember, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided. And until I see you again, bye. For those of you who chose the Calavera deck, let me shuffle for you guys. And to shuffle on camera. Not very good at it, but I can try. So what is the message for this full moon in Sagittarius? Just one. Just one. You could shop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. We have 17 horchata. And the back of the deck, 27. Singing. Throat chakra. Both of them. 2 sevens, signs of spirituality. Or number of spirituality. This is about what you are ingesting. What you feed your body and your soul. Be very aware of what you are ingesting and digesting during this full moon. It's going to be a time to express yourself. Some may say through singing, through doing something, or writing, maybe writing a song. It's all about expressing your truth. Setting yourself free. If things need to be said, it's going to be the time to do so. But like I said, be very aware of what goes on and what nurtures you. Ask yourself, is this situation, is this person nurturing me? Are they beneficial for me? Or are they taking away my energy? It's going to be the time to reassess those relationships, situations, places, events that have occurred, that are in your life right now. And really be clear. Really be clear, really be honest. This is going to be also a time of expansion of the crown chakra. Make sure you meditate if you need to. Take a few moments to yourself. Ground and be in touch with yourself. Listen to your body, like I was saying. Listen to your body. Listen to your needs. And honor what needs to be honored. Honor what needs to be healed. And make space for yourself. First and foremost. So if you picked the Loteria deck, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to take a minute to thank Spirit and my guides for bringing forth such a beautiful message for us today. And remember, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided. And until I see you next time, bye. If you have chosen the last deck, the Calavera deck, or Katrina, this is going to be your reading. I'm really not good at this. I'm shuffling on camera because why not? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Anyway. So, what do we need to know? What do we need to hear? What do we need to honor for this full moon in Sagittarius? What needs to be said? What needs to be heard? What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? Thank you. We got 2 cards, the other groups got 1 card. So, what do we have? 8 of Wands. Action. Movement. Fast-paced. 5 of Swords. That talks about deceit. And the back of the deck energy is the 6 of Pentacles, which talks about reciprocity. The 5 of Swords talks about defeat. People walking away, and this guy taking all the swords. There's a feeling of wanting to move away from a defeat, from something that feels uncomfortable, losing face. So some of us will be doing just that for this full moon. Moving away, perhaps. Moving inwards. I'm thinking about introspection, of course. Getting in touch with ourselves and see and analyze where we have felt defeated or deceived, and what we can do to move away from that and heal as quickly as possible, while still maintaining a sense of harmony and balance and trust. We have been wounded. We have been stabbed in the back. But we're still here. And we are our own memento of what we've been through. Never take our work for granted, the work that we have done on ourselves. Never take that for granted, and never underestimate it, and always acknowledge it, because we've come a long way. And this full moon is the completion also of a cycle. Something that started 6 months ago is going to be brought to fruition. It is going to be time to reap the rewards of those seeds and all this hard work that we have done. So if you chose the Calavera deck, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know in the comments below. I would like to thank Spirit and my guides for bringing forth such a beautiful message for us today. Remember, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided. And until I see you again,